Have you ever had a crush that made you feel like you were on top of the world one moment and questioning your sanity the next? We've all had those crushes. The kind that make your stomach flip, your heart race, and your confidence plummet. But not all crushes are created equal. Some are sweet and harmless. Others? They're emotionally draining, mentally confusing, and downright toxic. So before you text them back, let's talk about the 10 types of toxic crushes you should seriously avoid. Stick around till number 9 because it's the most common one, and it's sneakier than you'd think. 1. The hot and cold charmer. One day, they're blowing up your phone. Compliments, inside jokes, flirty emojis. The next, total silence. You're left wondering, did I say something wrong? This crush thrives on emotional inconsistency. They're the type who makes you feel like you're walking on clouds, then suddenly vanishes without warning. Just when you start to move on, ding, a "you up?" text at midnight pulls you right back in. This pattern keeps your brain hooked. It's not love. It's dopamine addiction. You start to equate inconsistency with chemistry. The highs feel intoxicating, but the lows quietly chip away at your self-worth. You begin to crave their attention just to feel okay again.
I didn't mean to ghost. I've just been really busy.
No one is that busy. If someone likes you, they make time. And if they don't, you deserve someone who does. 2. The fixer-upper fantasy. You see their potential. You know they're flawed. But in your heart, you believe if you love them hard enough, they'll grow, heal, change. You're not crushing on who they are. You're crushing on who you hope they become. Maybe they've been hurt before. Maybe they say they're just not good at relationships. And that's your cue to try even harder. You turn into their emotional caretaker. You constantly overextend yourself, believing your love is the solution to their problems. But their healing? It's not your responsibility, and you risk draining your energy while they stay exactly the same. They're not ready yet, but I believe in them. Loving someone doesn't mean losing yourself in their chaos. Relationships are about partnership, not projects. 3. The unavailable crush, emotionally or literally. You know the type. They're already in a relationship, or they're emotionally closed off, or they just left someone and aren't ready. But something in you hopes you're the exception, the one who can crack the code and earn their love. You get used to waiting for them to text back, waiting for them to choose you, waiting for a green light that never comes. All the while, you put your life on pause for someone who's never pressed play. If only the timing was better. Unavailable people rarely become available. Stop chasing potential and start protecting your peace. 4. The ego booster. This person doesn't like you. They like that you like them. They live for your attention. They'll flirt, lean in, and string you along, just enough to keep you hooked. But the moment you express your own needs, they disappear or dismiss you. You end up feeling used. This crush isn't interested in building a connection. They just want your admiration to feed their ego. And you? You're stuck in a one-way emotional investment. I love how much you care about me. If they can't reciprocate your energy, they're not your match. You're not their fan club. You're a whole person with needs, too. 5. The we have history trap. Maybe it's your high school crush, or someone from your past who pops back up in your DMs. You shared laughs, memories, a connection that once felt real. But let's be honest, are you holding on to them, or just the past? You cling to who they used to be, even if they've changed, or never grew. And that nostalgia can blind you to red flags. You're in love with a memory, not a reality. But we used to be so good together. Memories can't build futures. Don't let comfort keep you from the clarity you need. 6. The power player. They're older, more accomplished. Maybe they're in a position of power, at work, at school, or in your social circle. And they like the admiration. They like feeling wanted by someone younger, less experienced. But the truth, you're not equals. Power dynamics blur the line between love and manipulation. It's easy to fall into emotional dependency, thinking they know better or can guide you. But what you call connection might just be control. You're so mature for your age. True love empowers both people equally. If you feel smaller, more confused, or afraid to speak up, it's not love. It's power disguised as passion. 7. The perfect on paper illusion. They check all the boxes. They're attractive, smart, financially stable. Your friends say, wow, they're a catch. But something feels off. There's no spark, no emotional depth, no sense of being seen. You end up convincing yourself that you should like them. You fall in love with the image, not the connection. And when reality doesn't match the fantasy, you feel guilty for not being happier. I mean, I'm lucky to have them, right? Don't settle for someone just because they look good on paper. Love isn't a resume, it's a relationship. Oh, the one-sided crush, you try so hard. You text first, you compliment them. You go out of your way to be noticed. But they never really see you. They're not mean. They're just indifferent. And somehow that indifference makes you want them even more. You start to base your worth on whether they'll finally pay attention. You confuse your efforts with value. And you ignore the truth. They're just not that into you. They're probably just shy or busy. If someone wanted to talk to you, they would. If you're always reaching while they're always retreating, that's not a crush. That's emotional neglect. 9. The mirror crush, the reflection trap. This is the trickiest crush of all. You don't love them. You love what they represent. Confidence you wish you had. A lifestyle you want. A personality that feels like you're missing piece. You project your desires onto them. And the truth? They might not even be that interesting. You fall for a reflection of your own dreams. You idolize someone who represents a future version of you. It's not a relationship. It's a fantasy with no foundation. I don't know what it is about them. I'm just drawn to them. Check if you're chasing growth through them instead of within yourself. Because often that powerful pull, it's not about them, it's about who you want to become. 10. The trauma-bonded crush. This one's tricky, because it starts with real pain. Maybe you met them during a breakup, a family crisis, a dark chapter of life. And because you both were hurting, you leaned on each other, cried together, shared secrets. And over time, it started to feel like love. But is it? This crush isn't rooted in growth, it's rooted in survival. You weren't drawn to each other because of compatibility, but because you shared a storm. At first, it feels powerful, intense, like fate. But eventually, that connection can turn into trauma bonding, creates emotional entanglement, not emotional health. You mistake pain for passion. You feel close because of what you've been through, not because of who you truly are together. No one understands me like they do. Just because someone helped you survive doesn't mean they're meant to help you thrive. True love builds peace, not more pain. So what now? Crushes are part of life. They can be fun, thrilling, and even healing. But some crushes, they drain you, confuse you, make you shrink just to feel close. These 10 types of toxic crushes may feel exciting, but they're emotional landmines in disguise. So ask yourself, do they make me feel safe, seen, and valued? Or do they make me chase, question, and shrink? You deserve a love that doesn't play games. A connection that's mutual. A person who chooses you without confusion or delay. And if you're still stuck on one of these toxic types, that's okay. Awareness is the first step to freedom. Let us know in the comments. Have you ever fallen for one of these toxic crushes? Which one hit the hardest? Don't forget to like this video if it opened your eyes, and share it with someone who's stuck in a confusing, almost situation. Subscribe for more truth, healing, and clarity.